Hello, and thank you for joining me again for part four of this series. This series is talking about ways to overcome. Life is hard, and life just keeps happening, right? And sometimes there's things that happen for a reason to hold us back, and sometimes we hold ourselves back. So, the point of this series is to talk about it. Let's talk about what's holding us back and ways to overcome. So I pray that you're caught up until now, and I pray that you be encouraged. And I also encourage you not to take what I say and run with it, but more so to just to listen, and then to maybe even see if you can relate, and if then seek God about it so that He can give you direction on how to overcome. Um, so as you can see by the title, we're talking about the unwillingness and the matter of the fact that we can't see things changing. So when I say unwillingness, I mean unwillingness to take risks and to make changes. If we keep doing what we always done, we're going to keep getting what we always got, right? I'm sure you've heard that. And the more that I go through with different things, I realize that if I want different results, then I have to change. But a lot of times we're afraid, we're uncertain, or we're just trying to hold on to what we're used to. Why? Because it's safe, because it's comfortable, and we want to be in our comfort zones. But um, we're not built for that. We are built uh, to rise above. We are built to endure. We are built to conquer. And if we want to be in a different place in our lives, then we have to be in a different place in our mindsets. So, let's go. Let's move forward. Let us take that risk, especially if, we have a plan, right? God said, make a plan, write it down, and make it plain. And, as long as we're seeking Him, then He's going to give us what we're asking for, what we're needing. He's going to give us the steps to set a routine. He's going to give us the steps to be more patient, or whatever that is for you. But just know that He is the ultimate source. One way to overcome being unwilling to take risks is to simply let it go and move forward. So, God doesn't give us the spirit of fear. And, we should know that even if we do fall, it's just an experience. And, um, the more that you experience, right, you're not really failing anything. You're just learning. You're learning new experiences. You're learning new ways of doing things. And you're learning to break out of your comfort zone. So if we do what we never done, we're going to get what we never had. Easy enough. I know you've heard that before, but it hits different when you have that self control, that self awareness, and that self discipline in a way that you notice something's wrong and I need to change it. So, I encourage you to make a change of plans, make a change in your actions so that you can get different results. So if we change our actions, then we're going to change our results. If we are seeking God and we are making a plan, we're writing it down, we're making it plain, we're actually looking at a list, and we're not actually jumping into something that we can't handle because we asked God for guidance, first of all, and second of all, we rewrote it down. So we know the steps that we need to take. And, at this point, it's just a matter of doing it. So don't be afraid to, put your best foot forward. Learn as much as you can. Grow in confidence and knowing that, that God is your ultimate, He's your ultimate solution. He's your ultimate guidance. He's going to help you get to what you want to get to. And that could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be having the best job or making the most money or getting the nice house or the car. I'm thinking about things that are going to change our mindsets. They're going to change our overall way of thinking so that we can keep our minds healthy, so that we know that when life happens, when these things come, they're called adversities, right? They're called distractions. And when these things come, we know that we can overcome them. Okay, so the second part of this is not being able to see improvement, or maybe even not even wanting to improve. Um, I used to be in a predicament in my life where, you know, I was very uneasy with a lot of different things that would change. And people always say the change is good. But for me, I couldn't see how the change was good in different scenarios, right? But once I got closer to Christ, once I started talking to Him, getting that relationship with Him, understanding, what it is I'm supposed to be doing and what path I should be taking, then I realized that change is good, right? And um, if I don't want to change, right? If I don't want to improve myself, then I'm just going to get lost in the crowd. So, for instance, let's think about a computer versus a typewriter. If you never learned a computer, the new basics, the new world, right, that they're showing us right now, um, and the typewriter just went away, right? If we didn't get um, any training or any guidance on how to deal with this new world of computers, right, then we would still be using typewriters. But then how could we live doing certain things? Be open minded in the fact that you can make a change, you can do better. And all you have to do is speak it into existence. Speaking it into existence, manifesting it, believing it, having trust in the Lord, and having faith, and knowing that whatever we ask for, He's going to make it happen for us. If it is our time, if it is for us. Now, we already know that sometimes we don't see things happen the way we want them to happen. But, as long as we are um, going to the ultimate source, then we're going to figure it out as we go. He's going to show us. I urge you to read books, study, soak up as much knowledge as you can, because you can't guarantee your success, but when you have so much that you've learned, when you got so much knowledge, when you got so much wisdom that you can share, then you're never going to fail. You're never going to fail. So, don't be afraid to progress just because you don't see things changing, just because things are not moving as fast as you want them to move, and things doesn't mean that it's not working out for your good, because when you have put God at the head of that, He's always working it out for your good. So, how do you overcome? Learn more. As simple as that. Learn as much as you can. If it's in our life, we can't just stay stagnant. We have to improve. We have to advance. And we also have to improve the people that are around us too, right? If we aren't pushing them, if they're not pouring into you and you're not pouring into them, then I encourage you to check out that relationship, because that's what we need. We need to, not only having our source, right, going directly to our source, God also puts people in our path to be helpers. They're helping us, whether we want them to or not. And, personally, me, again, speaking from experience, I've always been a introvert. I'm not really a part one to just spark up a conversation, or just to try to encourage somebody or anything like that. But God saw it fit that, I need to speak up, and I need to be more friendly to people who are friendly to me, because those people have ended up being a blessing to me in more ways than one, not materialistic. Uh, and that's what we have to do. We got to open up our hearts and let those good people in, using the spirit of discernment, and letting us grow, letting us advance, letting us stay positive and stay full of faith and hopeful. And with that, sometimes we get comfortable in the relationships that we have, with the different people in our life. And sometimes those relationships could be holding us back, because they're not advancing, or they're not doing things the way that you're doing them, right? They're not being careful. They're not trying to live by the fruits of the spirit and things like that. Make you think about the fact that things are not advancing, or that things are not moving for you. It's going to put you in a bad mindset, especially if you're dealing with people who don't know how to stand strong to their faith, who don't know how to hold on to hope, who don't know how to manifest, and things like that. So I pray that this was an encouragement for you again today. And it was such a pleasure. And I can't wait to come back tomorrow. Part 5, we're going to wrap up this series. And I can't wait to see your comments. So I greatly appreciate your support, and I will see you soon. Stay blessed. Bye bye.